Hello, welcome back for another Elder Scrolls Cookbook cooking video. Today I'm going to be making the potato cheddar soup from the Elder Scrolls Cookbook. The ingredients we are going to need are about 3 to 4 large-sized russet potatoes. I've got 4 of them here. 2 cups of chicken broth. I'm using home canned, but you can use store-bought. It works just as well. Some heavy cream. 1 small onion that I've diced up, 2 tablespoons of flour, 1 teaspoon of our Stormcloak Seasoning, and I will leave the ingredients to this down in the description below, as well as a ½ cup of cheese and a ½ cup of whole milk. And I also have 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter melting over on the stove. So let me get you guys moved over there and we will get started. Alright guys, I've got you moved over to my stove, and as you can see, the butter is already melting and starting to bubble. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop my onions straight in and start sauteing these up a little bit. While I'm doing this, I would like to remind you guys of the Gamers and Geeks playlist if you guys would like to be a part of that. It's really easy. All you have to do is go out and make a cooking video and then post it to your channel, and once you've done that, you can let either JPGaDeath or I know down in the comment section of our latest cooking videos, or if you are a part of our Discord server, you can let us know over there as well. Remember, this is a community-driven playlist, and we welcome old and new contributors to the playlist. So if you have an idea that you'd like to try out, go out there and get that cooking video made and then let us know. We will be more than happy to come over and take a look at it and then get it posted to the playlist. So I'm going to continue to let these cook for just a little bit, just until they start softening up. I don't think they need to go down to where they're totally translucent, because these are going to continue to cook in the broth while we boil the potatoes here. Alright guys, these have started to soften up, so now all I'm going to do is go ahead and sprinkle my flour in. And stir that around until it is well combined with the onions and the butter. So I'm just going to stir these around and let it cook just for a minute or so, just to help get rid of some of that rawness from the flour. Alrighty, I think that's been long enough, and I am just going to go ahead and add in my chicken stock. And let's get this mixed in really well. Help that flour dissolve into the broth. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in our milk. And give that a stir. And then our potatoes. And now it looks like we actually may need a little bit more stock. I don't know. Let me get the potatoes stirred in and we'll see where we're at with this. Yeah, I think maybe we do need a little bit more chicken stock with this, so I need to go and grab one out of the pantry, and I will be right back. Alright guys, I've gone ahead and added 2 more cups of chicken stock to this. And, you know, the amount of stock you're going to need is going to be dependent on how much your potatoes end up turning out to be when you dice them up. You just want to get these covered. So now all I'm going to do is cover these and let these cook on low heat for about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get my heat turned down and get a lid on this, and I will bring you guys back when we are ready to move on to the next step. Alright guys, it has been a little over 15 minutes and the potatoes are finally soft enough. And now at this point you have 2 choices. You can either use an immersion blender and blend this up to puree all your potatoes in, or you can just take a potato masher, which is what I'm choosing to do, to break them up a little bit, and this will help thicken the soup up a little. And, you know, I don't want to break mine all the way down into a cream of potato soup, which is what you would get if you use the immersion blender. I do like to still have a few chunks of potato in my soup. So let me get this all broken down, and we will add the remainder of our ingredients to this. Alright guys, I think that looks pretty good. I've left it a lot of whole pieces in there. I've just gotten them broken down a lot more than what they were. So at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and dump my cheese in. And we will stir that in. Make sure you loosen up that clump of cheese so you don't get one big bite of cheese and nobody else gets any. There we go. I think that's starting to look really good. It smells really good. And then we're going to add our spices in. We're going to add in 1 teaspoon of our Stormcloak Seasoning. There we go. And I'm just going to stir this in. Now the recipe doesn't call for it, but I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of black pepper because I really like black pepper in my potato soup. This is optional. You can leave that part out if you want to. And because I don't make my homemade chicken broth with any salt in it, I'm going to go ahead and add just a little sprinkle of salt at this point as well. Again, this is something the cookbook doesn't tell you to add, but I did taste this while it was cooking down, and I feel that it does need just a little bit of salt. And the last thing we're going to do is add some of the heavy cream, and this is going to help thicken it up a little bit more. And it said about a half a cup or until it reaches your desired consistency. I think a pinch more salt. And another splash of cream. And I think this is going to be good. So let me go ahead and get this plated up, and I will get the garnish on top. Show you what it looks like once we get it in the bowl, and we'll give this a proper taste and see what we think about it. Alright guys, our potato and cheese soup is done, and I've gone ahead and just simply garnished it with a little bit more cheese and some crumbled up bacon that I cooked in the oven earlier today. So let's get in here, give it a taste, see what we think about it. This is really good. I really enjoy the flavor that's in it. I get the subtle hint of fennel from the imperial seasoning, but it's not overpowering. I think you could probably still use a little bit more salt, but I can always add that. I am simply pairing it with some cheese bread that I made earlier today. And there we have it, the potato cheese soup from the Elder Scrolls Cookbook. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think of this recipe. Remember to check out the Gamers and Geeks playlist as well as my Elder Scrolls playlist. I will leave links down in the description to them, as well as a list of ingredients to this recipe and Stormcloak Seasoning that we used in it. But for now, thank you so very much for joining me today. I've been Walker. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I hope I see you in the next one.